Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Saturday. We have 11 exciting races, including our feature race. It's the 2-mile H. Allen Jerkins. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions. The main track fast, the turf course listed as good. The first race on Saturday, originally scheduled for 1 mile and 1/16th on the turf, to be run on the fast main track. These are claimers 4-year-olds and upward. Scratch 7, 10, and number 13. Note the jockey on the 6 is Luis Saez.
They're off. Change of command, slow to get going. Pickett's Corner, out of the depths. Toes Gray Cat, all out for the early lead as they make their way into the turn. And right up there, too, is March Reward, a part of the early pace. And March Reward's going to go up and grab the lead now from out of the depths as they make their way around that turn. And then it's Toes Gray Cat all over it to the outside. Behind them, Colorado Daydream, Main Man Mike, Hudson Miracle 3 wide. A length and a half to Imagine That Mom. In between horses, 2 Jacks Wild, Pickett's Corner down at the rail. Then Change of Command and Wando Boy Slew trails the field. 23 and 3 was the opening quarter mile. On to the backstretch. March Reward 3/4 of a length ahead of Out of the Depths. Toes Gray Cat is running in third, all over at fourth on the outside. Then Main Man Mike, Hudson Miracle going up in sixth, 4 lengths off the lead. Colorado Daydream is next. Then Change of Command, 2 Jacks Wild, Imagine That Mom, 4 lengths to Pickett's Corner. Wando Boy Slew, last of them all, a 47 1/2 mile, and they race for the far turn. March Reward continues to lead the way. Shadowed on the outside by the gray Toes Gray Cat, and Main Man Mike stalks them just in behind the leaders. Now being ridden along is Hudson Miracle in fourth. All over it is progressing on the far outside and is moving 3 wide on the turn. Colorado Daydream in behind them, Out of the Depths on the inside, and Change of Command. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch, and Toes Gray Cat has taken the lead. 3/4 in 1:11 and 4, and Toes Gray Cat turns for home in front. Main Man Mike comes on the attack on the outside, and these two will fight it out in the final furlong. It is Main Man Mike on the outside to the front from Toes Gray Cat. Hudson Miracle is third. They're coming down to the last strides, and Main Man Mike, and on the inside battling back was Toes Gray Cat to get it. And then it was Hudson Miracle, followed by Colorado Daydream and Out of the Depths.
Number 14, Toes Gray Cat, comes back. What a game performance. Gets in off the also eligible list and scores, pays $10. Owned by Marshall Mack and Aventura Stable and trained by Peter Walder. Ridden to victory today by Corey Lannery. Second race, 7 furlong maiden claiming event for fillies. 3-year-old scratched the 2, Baby Antonella. Also scratched the 3, Starship Pandora.
They're off. Leopard's Hill Road sent out of there from the inside to take the early lead and will be in front early on alongside of Loyal Heart. Moves up alongside, and these two will go at it early on. And then comes Lynn Diesel away running in third, backing off 2 lengths from the pace-setting pair. Love Like Mine and the Red Tour are next, and on the outside of them, it's Foxy Gator. The trailer is Under My Skin as they continue their run up the backstretch. The first quarter's up in 23 and 2/5 seconds, and Leopard's Hill Road with an early challenge here from Loyal Heart up the backstretch. They're a neck apart with a half mile to go. A break of another 3.5 lengths more, and they're being followed by Love Like Mine, who's now third on the outside. Lynn Diesel is fourth. Break of another 6 lengths more back to Under My Skin, Foxy Gator, and well behind is the Red Tour. Around the far turn, Leopard's Hill Road just tested all the way here by Loyal Heart, and these two now just noses apart on the lead. A 47 flat half mile. They're 5 lengths ahead of the rest. Lynn Diesel is third, and then comes Love Like Mine. They're into the stretch. Leopard's Hill Road trying to shake away from Loyal Heart now and is doing it. Leopard's Hill Road gets some daylight. It's up to a 1.5 length lead. Loyal Heart second on the outside, and then comes Lynn Diesel, who has closed the gap but is still third as they come down to the 16th pole. Leopard's Hill Road's got a 2.5 length lead over Loyal Heart and Lynn Diesel, who's on the far outside now. Leopard's Hill Road's got it won by 2.5 lengths over Loyal Heart. Then came Lynn Diesel, followed by Under My Skin and Foxy Gator.
The big 1-9 favorite, number 1, Leopard's Hill Road, wins it for jockey Javier Castellano, owned by Pamela Isdell and Sappy Joseph, trained by Sappy Joseph Jr. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it will be time for race number 3. Welcome back. The third race, a 6.5 furlong sprint. These are claimers, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. The off-time favorite, number 7, Sherry's Win.
They're all in line. They're off. Platonic Love and Pam Pam had good starts, and on the inside there goes Rock All Day up to grab the lead. And in between horses, 5 on 5 has speed too, and these 4 shoot out all together up front. 4 of them are across the track early on. And then it's You Feel This Cornelius running in 5th, a length and a half behind them. And then Starship Tammy, Sherry's Win is last and only 4 lengths off the lead as they head up the backstretch. And it is Rock All Day in front, and now You Feel This Cornelius is sent up in between horses, and You Feel This Cornelius is right to the outside of Rock All Day, and now these two speed away after a opening quarter mile in 23 seconds flat. They've opened up 3.5 lengths on Starship Tammy, who is now taken third to the inside of Platonic Love, fourth on the outside. Pam Pam goes up there wide, and then it's Sherry's Win, and 5 on 5 now trails the field. You Feel This Cornelius and Rock All Day about to be joined by Starship Tammy on the outside, and Starship Tammy takes the lead, and Sherry's Win's coming too as they turn for home a 47 flat half mile. They're into the stretch, and Starship Tammy has pulled away here to a 3.5 length lead. Sherry's Win is clearly second, and they've left the others behind as they come to the wire. Starship Tammy is all alone. Gonna win going away by 6 lengths over Sherry's Win, and then it was You Feel This Cornelius, Platonic Love, and Rock All Day.
Number 3, Starship Tammy, the other co-favorite in the race. Scorers for Rising Sun Stable and Daryl Cohen, trained by Kathy Mungian and ridden to victory today by MCL Jaramillo. The horse paid $5.80 to win. Fourth race, 7 furlongs, maiden claimer, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. 8 runners going to the post.
They're off. Calypso Music comes out running on the lead. Moonlight Time, Spring Me on the outside, close up 2. And then it's Star Shiner on the inside and Princess Bossy. And then a gap of another 2.5 lengths more back to Forever Afleet. Silver Casino and Grace Quinn Animati is last of them all and racing 8 lengths off the lead as they head up the backstretch. Calypso Music in front. On the outside, it's Moonlight Time. Star Shiner joins them from the rail, and they went the opening quarter mile in an easy 23 4/5 seconds. Just off of them is Spring Me to the outside, and then comes Princess Bossy, followed by Silver Casino. Forever Afleet, very tight pack there, and a gap of another 5 to Grace Quinn Animati. And they make their way into the far turn. It is Star Shiner on the inside, Moonlight Time right up alongside, Calypso Music between those two. Spring Me makes it 4 in a line, and they went 48 flat for a half mile. And then comes Forever Afleet, who's in hand behind the leading quartet. And Grace Quinn Animati's getting going too on the outside of Silver Casino as they come toward the top of the stretch. Star Shiner turning for home in front. Star Shiner the leader. On the outside, Spring Me runs at her. Forever Afleet is right between those two. Needs some running room. Is going to have to angle out. Grace Quinn Animati's closing on the far outside. It's Star Shiner in front. Spring Me, Grace Quinn Animati, and Forever Afleet. They're coming down to the line. Star Shiner and Grace Quinn Animati hit it together. And then it was Forever Afleet, Spring Me, and Moonlight Time.
Number 1, Star Shiner holds off a strong rally from the number 5 horse in here to win it. Pays $5 even, owned by Buff Bradley and Carl Hurst, trained by Buff Bradley and ridden to victory today by Octavio Vergara Jr. The 5th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the main track. These are claimers, 4-year-olds and upward. We'll have 10 runners going to the post.
They're off. Charge and Undertaker, and 'Tis Time Is Now from the inside. Now squeezing on through there and in a tight spot and had to take back as they make their way into the turn. So it's going to be Undertaker, and now Endogyny is moving up into second position. Right behind them, Divine Delivery follows third by a length and a half. And then it's Steve on the outside, followed by Peter Castleboy. 'Tis Time Is Now. Now back to 6th on the inside with Charge right alongside. Outside of them, it's Air Squadron. A length and a half back to the two trailers, Thunder Run and Sir Sparky, and they went 23-2 for the first quarter. On to the backstretch. Undertaker, the leader by a neck. Endogyny on the outside, second. Divine Delivery tracks them in third. Then it's Air Squadron, followed between horses by Charge. Steve is next, and then comes Peter Castleboy. And then back to Sir Sparky, Thunder Run, and now Tis Time Is Now, last of them all. So they continue their run up the backstretch of 47 1/2 mile for dueling leaders Undertaker and Endogyny. And these two will take them into the turn, a length and a half clear of Air Squadron, who's cutting into the gap along with Divine Delivery. And now we've got 4 across the track. And then it's Steve behind them. Charge is running in 6th. 2 lengths to Sir Sparky. And then it's Thunder Run, Peter Castleboy. And Tis Time Is Now, and Air Squadron has taken the lead. Air Squadron now in front. Divine Delivery second to the inside. Then it's Steve in third. Endogyny behind them. Thunder Run swings up there 4 wide. And then it's Peter Castleboy, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Air Squadron turning for home with a tenuous lead here. Thunder Run is on the far outside. Peter Castleboy is closing through at the rail. And Steve is in between horses 4th. Into the final 16th, and Peter Castleboy comes up on the inside. Thunder Run and Peter Castleboy will decide it. They're coming down to the line, and it is a head-bobbing finish between Thunder Run and Peter Castleboy. And then it was Air Squadron and Steve.
Number 4, Thunder Run, gets the close photo and springs the upset, pays $37.20. Owned by Joker Racing LLC, trained by Alfred McIntosh, ridden to victory today by apprentice Chris McIntosh. 6th race, 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf course. These are made into 3-year-olds. The rail setting 120 feet, scratch 4, scratch to 5, scratch 13, and both main track onlys 15 and 16.
They're all in line. They're off. Little Scotty is going out to the front. Nataluch on the inside's also got some early speed. Gimlet is away running in third right behind them, and that's Cold Blood in fourth, followed by Sight on the inside. And then Kismet's Heels going up in between horses. Molly Duker is there on the outside. Then back to Ariba Causeway, and saving all the ground there is Elwood's Advice, who's down on the inside, moving into the turn. After that is Hint of Roses, and Balivor is at the back of the field, 10 lengths off of front-running Nataluch, who went 23-2 for the first quarter mile and heads them on to the backstretch, a half length to Little Scotty running in second. And Gimlet is third just behind the leaders as they move on to the backstretch. Then it's Cold Blood on the outside, followed by Sight along the rail. Hint of Roses is making an early run up the backstretch. Hint of Roses, who was near the back of the pack, just took the lead as they head up the backstretch. So an early move here by Joel Rosario on Hint of Roses to be right up with the front runners. Nataluch holds the rail. Between those two, it's Little Scotty. Now these 3 across the track. And then it's Gimlet 2.5 lengths off of them after a half mile in 48 and 4/5 seconds. Kismet's Heels is next, Sight on the inside, and then comes Molly Duker, followed by Cold Blood. And then Balivor being ridden along for more, and at the back are Elwood's Advice and Ariba Causeway, 3/4 in 1:13 flat. Around the far turn, Little Scotty fighting for the lead with Nataluch on the inside. And outside of them, it's Hint of Roses. These 3 across the track. Sight's behind a wall of horses, trying to find a running room on the inside. Meanwhile, Gimlet comes up there 5 wide, and Sight and Gimlet are moving strongly. Sight got through on the inside. Gimlet's on the outside. Gimlet and Sight 1-2 now. Kismet's Heels is storming down the center of the course. It is Gimlet in front. Sight, Kismet's Heels on the outside, closing. Here's the wire. Gimlet wins from Kismet's Heels. And then it was Sight, followed by Hint of Roses and Nataluch.
Number 6, Gimlet gets the victory over stablemate Kismet's Heels. Gimlet owned by Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden to victory by Javier Castellano. His second victory on the card. The all Pletcher exacta paid $14 even. Welcome back for our 7th race of the afternoon. 7.5 furlongs on the turf. These are a starter optional claimer for 3-year-olds. And we have a scratch in here of number 11, Perdidio Playboy.
They're off. And it's Half Ton of Fun who comes out running well. Oosby is up and on the pace. Coping Away is away third on the inside. And then it's Irish Colonel in fourth, followed by Parmel Landing as they race for the turn. 2.5 lengths to Grand Tipui. Royal Moment next on the inside. And on the far outside, Injustice for All. After that come the trailers Mejev and Mass Approval, making their way on that first turn. Oosby in front. Half Ton of Fun on the outside second. These two take them to the backstretch. And they're now a length apart as Oosby gets a bit of daylight. A length and a half more back to Coping Away. Irish Colonel to the outside is next. In behind them is Parma Landing, who's running in fifth onto the backstretch after an opening quarter of 24 seconds flat. Then a gap of another 2 lengths more back to Grand Tipui, and then it's Justice for All, Royal Moment on the inside, followed by Mass Approval and Mejev along the rail. They continue the run up the backstretch. Oosby in front. Half Ton of Fun. 3/4 of a length off of Oosby moving into the far turn. Then Coping Away to the inside. Irish Colonel. Behind them, Parma Landing is fifth. Then it's Justice for All. Grand Tipui. On the inside, Royal Moment. Followed by Mass Approval and Mejev. 49 flat for a half mile. Around the far turn. Oosby still on top here. Oosby the leader. Half Ton of Fun. Right up alongside in second. Coping Away had to steady and is getting back into it now and is about to take over second as they come to the top of the stretch. Oosby off the turn in front. Coping Away. 2 lengths behind in second. Up the rail. Royal Moment comes on through into third. Oosby's pulling away again today. Oosby opening up by 5, leaving Coping Away and the others reeling behind. Oosby coming down to the wire. A dominant winner here by 7 lengths over Coping Away. And then it was Royal Moment, followed by Mejev and Grand Tipui.
Wow, what a performance by number 5. Oosby just draws off in the stretch and pays $4 even. Next jockey Javier Castellano, his third win of the day, owned by John Grassi's Racing Corp and trained by Marcus Vitale. The 8th race, a 7 furlong claiming event for 4-year-olds and upward. We have a scratch in here of number 11, Racetrack Romance, New York Time favorite, number 7, Chillin' Dillon.
They're off. Double Judge comes out running well. On the inside, Bellamy Storm also flashing some early foot. Capital City is away running in third behind them. Break of 2.5 lengths. And then it's Trier, fourth on the far outside. They're followed by JC50. Chillin' Dillon going up in between horses. Handpicked is there on the outside, and then Palatine Hill. Small token about 9 lengths off the lead early on. Houston Bull and Beantown Skipper next by 3.5. Then Angel C and the trailer up the backstretch is total accounting. The first quarter 22 and 3, and it is Bellamy Storm who takes charge. Capital City is second as they move for the turn. Then JC50. Chillin' Dillon, Double Judge dropping back. Passed on the inside by Small Token and Trier on the outside. Palatine Hill is 7 lengths off the lead, and it's a gap of another 4 lengths more back to Beantown Skipper and Houston Bull, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. The half was 45 and 4, and Capital City takes the lead on the outside of Bellamy Storm. Chillin' Dillon coming after them, and then cutting the corner, it's JC50, then Palatine Hill. They're into the stretch. Capital City in front by 2.5. Chillin' Dillon is second, and then it's Bellamy Storm followed by Palatine Hill. 16th pole, Capital City has the lead over Chillin' Dillon, who's trying to get by late. Capital City, Chillin' Dillon, Capital City, Chillin' Dillon, close on the wire. And then came Palatine Hill, Bellamy Storm and Trier.
Number 7, Chillin' Dillon, aptly named on this cool day in South Florida. Wins it, pays $9 even. Gets that photo, owned by 3 Diamonds Racing Stable, LLC. Trained by Louis Oliveras and ridden to victory today by Carlos Olivero. The 9th race is the second running of the H. Allen Jerkins $100,000 guaranteed 2 miles. It's a marathon event. Scratch the number 3, Morning Calm, and the number 5, Good and Proper.
They're off in the H. Allen Jerkins. Charming Kitten and Rochadoro had good starts. Varian is away third on the outside of them. And then it's St. Albans Boy, followed by Matuzak. At the rear of the field, Neutron Star and Mucho Mas Macho, who are 7 lengths off of the front runner, Rochadoro, who will take them into the first turn on top. And the lead is 3/4 of a length. Zavarian is second on the outside, while the heavy favorite Charming Kitten will ride the rail and sit third early, just ahead of St. Albans Boy in the run to the backstretch for the first time. And then it's Matuzak. Neutron Star the Maiden is next on the outside and 4.5 lengths off the lead. Mucho Mas Macho trails the field after an opening quarter mile in 27 seconds flat. It's a slow pace, but it's a long race. And Rochadoro and Javier Castellano are leading the way early on. That lead is 1.5 lengths over Zavarian up the backstretch, while Charming Kitten and John Velasquez are down on the inside. St. Albans Boy and Neutron Star next. Then Matuzak, who's lined up in 6th at this point, and racing 4.5 lengths off the lead, well clear of late-running Mucho Mas Macho. 54 and 3/5 seconds for the first half mile. They're just walking right along here. And Rochadoro leads the way by a length over Zavarian, while Charming Kitten continues to sit right behind Rochadoro as they come into the stretch. It is still Rochadoro in front with more than a lap to run. Zavarian to the outside, Charming Kitten, St. Albans Boy 3/4 up in 1:21 and 2. And then comes Neutron Star Matuzak, and now it's about 8 or 9 lengths more back to Mucho Mas Macho. They've got a lap to go. Rochadoro continues to lead the way. On top by 3/4 of a length over Zavarian. And then it's Charming Kitten on the inside, who's saved every inch of ground and is drafted right behind Rochadoro the whole way. St. Albans Boy is next to Charming Kitten, 3.5 lengths back. And then comes Matuzak, who's dropped off the pace now to be about 7 lengths behind. Then Neutron Star and Mucho Mas Macho has trailed throughout as they turn onto the backstretch for the final time. And it is still Rochadoro on top 1/2 length. Zavarian second. St. Albans Boy pokes ahead in front of Charming Kitten. John Velasquez and Charming Kitten continue to sit right behind the pacemakers up the backstretch, and they have left the others behind. Now it's an 8-length gap back to Matuzak. Mucho Mas Macho picking up his stride, and then comes Neutron Star. So the field makes their way into the far turn, and Javier Castellano starting to ask Rochadoro to go. Zavarian is alongside in second, and Charming Kitten is still right in contention with St. Albans Boy pinning him in. And now John Velasquez is asking Charming Kitten for more run as they come toward the top of the stretch. And Zavarian's looking good here. Zavarian still under a hand ride as they turn for home. And now Joel Rosario pushes the button on Zavarian at the 8th pole, and Charming Kitten's gonna come after him. And Charming Kitten draws up alongside of Zavarian. Charming Kitten just too classy. Charming Kitten is going to go on and win here, taking the H. Allen Jerkin Stakes at 2 miles on the turf. Zavarian was second, and then it was St. Albans Boy, Rochadoro, and Mucho Mas Macho.
Number 1, Charming Kitten saves all the ground early and closes to win the Allen Jerkins for the 2nd consecutive year and pays $2.80. Owned by Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Todd Fletcher, and ridden to victory today by John Velasquez. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the late Daily Double. Welcome back for our 10th race of the afternoon. In the first half of the late Daily Double, the 10th race is a 7.5 furlong event for claimers 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races, or 4-year-olds. Full field of 10 runners. Scratch the 11 and 12, both also eligible entries.
They're off. And it's all cash who's out well. And I Feel Great now comes on through, along with General Shama and Arch in the Park. These four out for the lead together. I'm Wide Awake is away running in fifth as they make their way for the turn. Then it's Sky Over Flats, Royal Rogue out there 3 wide, 2.5 to Havermeyer Street. Easement is next, and Derby Day Kitten trails the field. Up top, it's General Shama, who will take the early initiative here in front by 3/4 of a length, and now getting away by a length and a half over I Feel Great onto the backstretch. And these two are being joined by Arch in the Park, who's running in third position. And then it's All Cash fourth on the outside. Now 4 horses are right together in the run up the backstretch. 4 across the track. I'm Wide Awake is fifth behind them. Sky Over Flats is next by another 4.5. Then it's Royal Rogue, a separation of 4 to Easement. And then it's Havermeyer Street and Derby Day Kitten. And they went 23-1 for the first quarter. General Shama shaking away the competition now. Once again, 3/4 of a length in front of I Feel Great, moving for the turn. Then it's Arch in the Park, third to the outside, followed by I'm Wide Awake along the rail, All Cash, and outside of them comes Sky Over Flats. 2.5 lengths more back to Royal Rogue. Easement is next. Then Havermeyer Street and Derby Day Kitten. 47-2 was the half mile. Around the far turn, General Shama put to pressure as they come to the top of the stretch, battling for the lead with I Feel Great. These two stride for stride as they turn for home. And outside of them comes I'm Wide Awake in third. Now it's I Feel Great and I'm Wide Awake. I Feel Great and I'm Wide Awake, and they're coming to the wire together. It is I Feel Great on the inside. I'm Wide Awake on the outside. I'm Wide Awake. I Feel Great. I'm Wide Awake by about 3 over I Feel Great. And then it was Havermeyer Street, General Shama, and Easement.
Number 1, I'm Wide Awake, closes to win. It pays $12.20, owned by King Sport Farm, trained by Leon Monat, and ridden to victory today by apprentice Gerardo Corrales. In the 11th and final race, 7.5 furlongs on the turf, maiden claimers, 3-year-olds, scratched the number 2, Had Attack, the 12, Bobo's On Fire, and number 13, Patty Ryan.
They're off. Disco Bill comes out running and takes the lead and takes off to lead it by 2. Megacosm away in second. Forever Die is third, moving for the turn. And then it's Voodoo Wave racing on the inside of Slapjack as the field races into the turn. Very wide run there for El Globo. We come back 2.5 to Silver Wraith along the inside. After that, it's back to Tocarone, Sweet Bead DJ, and the trailer English Mahavir. So they go on to the backstretch, and it is Disco Bill and Matthew Rispoli up top, and they lead the way by 2 over Megacosm and Slapjack on the inside. After that is Forever Die in fourth, followed by Voodoo Wave, and the quarter was 23 3/5 seconds. And then comes El Globo to the outside of Silver Wraith, 2.5 lengths more back to English Mahavir, who's gone by Sweet Bead DJ, and now Tocarone is last of them all. It is Disco Bill on top as the field races for the turn. It's a 2-length lead here on Slapjack in second, and these two lead Megacosm into the turn with Voodoo Wave next on the inside. After that comes Forever Die. Silver Wraith is after that. Steady progress for English Mahavir, who's in behind horses and now 4.5 lengths off the lead, followed by El Globo, a 48.5 mile. Disco Bill will take him to the top of the stretch. Megacosm is second on the outside. Disco Bill shakes away. Disco Bill turns for home with a 2-length lead on Megacosm. Silver Wraith trying to close that gap on the outside. And then comes Voodoo Wave down toward the rail in English Mahavir. Disco Bill trying to hang in there. Silver Wraith on the outside closing, and in between those two, Voodoo Wave comes charging, and here comes Voodoo Wave. Voodoo Wave may have got there in a photo with Silver Wraith. It's close, then Disco Bill, English Mahavir, and Megacosm.
Wow, what a nice ride by Orlando Boca Chica. Splits horses, gets the photo on number 4, Voodoo Wave, who pays $13, owned by PHS Racing LLC, trained by Terry Pompey, and as I mentioned, ridden by Orlando Boca Chica. In the pick 5 of 5, $349.40, 4 of 5, $5.65. In the Rainbow 6, numerous tickets, 6 of 6, $574.14. The carryover going into Sunday, $137,556.28. And we'll have a carryover in the Super High 5 of $9,196.06. And that wraps up Saturday's card. Remember, on Sunday, we continue here with another fantastic 11-race card. Our first race post is 12:35 p.m. You got to be at Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.